Hello guys, welcome back. Let's see one of the C language question which was given in GATE 2014. Consider the C function given below. Assume that array list A means they have given one array named as list A and it contains n elements, probably greater than 0 element means it contains minimum one element, sorted in ascending order. They're saying that whatever the elements that are there in the array, those are all in sorted order. Let's take few elements as 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 16 and 19. Let us take. These are all elements in sorted order. That is what they have given. So we mentioned this thing. Let's take its array address name. Address is 100. Here they have given few lines of code and they are asking for which one of the following statements about the function process array. Means whatever the function they have given process array is correct, they are asking. Okay. So let we analyze the first process array function so that we will answer it correctly. So let me go to the process array function. This process array function accepting three parameters. First parameter is address parameter as it is a pointer 100 array address. Then int x. They didn't given as x is what. Then n reference they have given already. Total number of elements. How many number of elements are there? Generally index starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of elements are 7. N value is 7. Now here x reference, here they have given. It will run into an infinite loop when x is not in list A. Let's see D option. It will return -1 when x is present in list A. By reading these terminologies, you can understood that x is a kind of value which may present in the list or which may not present in the list. Which may not present in the list means this value may present or may not present in the list. Okay, then immediately they have declared few variables: integer variable I, integer variable j, integer variable k, and then they initialize integer variable I equal to 0, j equal to n minus 1. What is n value? It is already 7. It is already 7. So n minus 1 is what? 6. Then they have taken one do while loop. Do while loop. In do while, first it is going to execute block of statement, then it is going to check its condition. So this process will repeat. Let me take k equal to I plus j by 2. I plus j by 2. What is I value? 0 plus j value is 6. By 2 you will get 3. That 3 will be copied to k. Okay. Next. If x less than, what is the x? X is the value which may present or may not present. Let me take, I am taking the value which is present in the list A. Let me take x value as 7. Don't get confused. I have taken the value x as 7. Okay. Now it is going to check. Is x value is what? 7 less than or equal to list A of k. List A of k means list A of 3. List A of 3. List A of 3 means what? This is the list A of 3. List A of 3 is 10. Means this entire thing is replaced with 10. Is 7 less than or equal to 10? Yes. Condition is true. When condition is true, j value is equal to k minus 1. What is k minus 1? K value is 3, k minus 1 is 2. So j value will be updated to 2. Then it is going to execute this condition once again. Is list A of k. List A of k means what? 3 is less than or equal to x. X is what? 7. List A of 3 means 10. Is 10 less than or equal to 7? No. Condition fails. Yes. Now then immediately it is going to execute condition. Why I less than or equal to j? As 0 less than or equal to 2, condition is true. Then once again it is going to execute this block. This block. Then Once again k value will find out. What is k value? 0 plus 2 by 2. 0 plus 2 by 2. 0 plus 2 by 2 is 1. That 1 will be updated to k variable. Now once again checking. What is x value? Is 7 less than or equal to list A of k. K means 1. List A of 1. This one. That means 7. Is 7 less than or equal to 7? Yes, condition is true. Then j value will be updated to k minus 1. What is k minus 1? 0. Then if list A of k, list A of k means list A of 1, means 7 less than or equal to x. What is x? 7. Then I value will be incremented by 1. Incremented by 1. Then it is going to execute this condition. Is I less than or equal to j? 1 less than or equal to 0? Condition fail. When condition fail, immediately it is going to execute this block of statements. It is going to execute this statement. When it is going to execute this statement, list A of k. What is the k value? K value is 1. List A of 1 means 7. 7 double equal to 7. 7 double equal to 7. Yes, match. Then it is going to return k. What is k? 1. Some value it is going to return. Means I have found whatever the value I want to search, the value 7 is found. Okay. Let me take one value, x value as 8, which is not present in the list. Let me analyze once again. Now once again it is going to start from executing from first onwards. I value will be 0, j value will be n minus 1. N minus 1 means n value is 7, j value will be 6. Then I want to search the value is 8, that value is x. Then I got a k variable. K variable is I plus j by 2, that is 3. Right? Now 8 less than or equal to list A of 3, that is 10. As condition is true, then j value decremented by 1, that is 3 minus 1, you will get 2. Next, this statement 10 less than or equal to 8. Condition is fail. Then it is going to check this condition. While I less than or equal to 0 less than or equal to, condition is true, then it is going to execute once again. Next, k equal to 0 plus 2 by 2. 0 plus 2 by 2 is 1. Then x value, I want to search for 8. 8 less than or equal to list A of 1. List A of 1 is what? 7. 8 less than or equal to 7, condition fail. And condition fail, this is going to trying to execute. Now list A of 1. List A of 1 is what? 7 less than or equal to 8. Then condition is true. Then I value incremented by 1. I value incremented by 1. 1 will be incremented means I value incremented by k plus 1. K value is what? 1. Initially 0. I said it mistake. Initially 0. So 0 plus 1. Sorry. K plus 1, right? K value is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I value will be updated to 2 now. Now, while 2 less than or equal to 2, yes, condition is true. Once again, it is going to execute. Now, k value is once again finding. How we are going to k 2 plus 2 by 2, that is 2. Now, once again, it is going to check. X value is what? 8 less than or equal to list A of 2. List A of 2 is 9. Then j value will be decremented by, as condition is true, j value decremented by 1. J value is now 1. Now list A of k, that is list A of k is 9 less than or equal to x value is 8. Condition is fail. Now once again it is going to check this condition. When this condition is checked, I value is 2, j value is 1. So this condition fail. When condition fail, again it is going to execute this block. Now list A of k. List A of k is what? K value is 2. 2. So 2 means I will get the value 9. Is 9 double equal to my searching value 8? No. Then it is going to execute the else case. So with this procedure, you can understood that if my search value, whatever the value I want to search, if search value is exists, then it is going to return its index position. Return its index position. If my search value is not found, then it is going to return -1. With these statements, we can understood the answer. it will run into an infinite loop when x is not in list A. Guys, when 8 is not in list A, what it is going to do? It is going to return -1. It is not doing infinite loop. So option A is wrong. Next, let's take option C. It will always find the maximum element in list A. Guys, is it trying to find the maximum element in the list A, or is it trying to find whether an element is there or not? It is going to find whether element is there or not. It is not finding maximum element. So option C is wrong. Next, it will return -1 even when x is present in list A. When x is present in list A, it is returning what? It is returning index position, not it is returning -1. So option D is wrong. So obviously option B is correct answer. What is the option B? It is an implementation of binary search. You know what is binary search, right? Yes. So binary search means if you want to apply binary search, the binary search operation should be applied only on a sorted array. Sorted array. Every time it is going to find out the middle element and whatever element you want to check, whether that element is present on the left side or whether that element is present on the right side. Then this process will repeat. If the element is present on the left side, then you are going to find out the middle element in the left side panel and you are going to check whether that element is present in the left side or right side. This process will continue. So our answer is option B. I hope you understood clearly. Thank you.